Beats fast, colors and promise said how to be brave. How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away. While standing in front of me, every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. One step closer. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. 24 oceans, 24 skies, 24 failures, and 24 tries. You're raising the dead in me. Oh, oh, I am the second man. Oh, oh, I am the second man now. I am the second man now. And you're raising the dead in me.
So I'm sure everyone here knows what dance is, or has at least heard of it. Well, if you didn't, the dictionary defines dance as to move to music, typically following a sequence of steps, or as a series of steps and movements to match the speed and rhythm of a piece of music. That is what dance is like on the outside, when you're watching it. But what about when you're actually dancing? In my opinion, as a dancer, performer, and person, dance is so much more. I started ballet like any other little girl at the young age of 3. I always loved ballet, watching beautiful girls dance in sparkling tutus. It had always been something I've wanted to do. Then I started ballet classes. I continued going to these classes, but it wasn't until I was 8 that I realized something. I was really different. I was never as flexible as the other dancers, or as technically advanced, or even as obedient. The teachers would constantly question me. Why can't you do this? Why aren't you like the other girls? Why are you so different? Every time the teacher hit me with words, my self-esteem just continued to go down. With every word, with every question. I was just left feeling hurt, ashamed, and a little confused. I never did anything wrong. I thought to myself, maybe all I needed was a little change. This is when I started exploring the different styles of dance. Hip-hop, contemporary, modern, jazz, acrobatics, you name it. I've probably tried it before. From this, I was able to experience dance from an entirely new perspective that I never thought was possible. I learned that nothing had to be set in stone. Everything had its own special quality. Although I still do ballet, and I still don't enjoy it, but I now know that if I had never gone to those ballet classes in the first place, I would have never learned that I was different. I would have never learned to explore new styles. I would never be where I am today, and I would have never been able to find what I am passionate about. In 2013, I was invited to perform for the 85th anniversary of the Peninsula Hotel by an organization called the Hong Kong Youth Arts Foundation, otherwise known as HKYAF. Now, this experience was of course thrilling, and I've never performed in front of an audience before. This performance was where the audience was literally a meter away from you. I could see their every expression, their every move, but I never would have thought that this one exciting performance could have given me so much more confidence. Before this whole rehearsal process started, I was the world's most shy girl. I didn't want to introduce myself in front of anyone or even go up to McDonald's and buy French fries. But then after rehearsals, I realized that it's not that bad. I can be confident if I wanted to. Now, after that show, I thought my experience with performing would be over. Little did I know that I would be performing until this very day. In total, I've done maybe about 8 projects, these being dance projects like Arts in the Park, Ocean Art Walk, and HKYAF's 2014 flagship musical, Oliver. I kept doing these performances and gave my time and commitment to these things because it made me a more open person. I can now go up to people like you guys and introduce myself. I never thought I would be here talking about my own passion. Turns out, all you need to be confident is a little support from people. I remember at the end of Oliver, someone in the audience came up to me and said, "Hey, you were that girl in the red top. My eyes were constantly drawn to you. You had so much energy, I couldn't stop watching." I couldn't help but smile. I remember one of my project leaders telling me, "You are going to be stuck in this performing arts family for a very long time." She was right. If someone ever asked me why I do what I do, why I spend hours in a studio practicing, why I would rather be rehearsing for a show than going out with friends or going shopping, I would have to tell them, I dance because it's fun. My answer is as simple as that. I dance because it's fun and it makes me a better person. It makes me a more confident, a more exciting, a more expressive person. Not only that, but I realized that dance had brought out something in me that I never knew I had. It was confidence and determination, pure determination. At the beginning of all this, I still felt very, very different. I knew I still wasn't flexible. I couldn't even touch my toes. And I knew it. I was so ashamed that I couldn't touch my toes, that I was so afraid to dance in front of people. I didn't want to dance. I was scared of being laughed at by the other dancers. But this time, I wanted something to be different. I knew things couldn't be the same. Something inside me just clicked. I wanted to be flexible. And I was ready to do whatever it takes. Now, don't get me wrong, physical flexibility isn't something that just comes overnight in a snap. But it's something that has to be worked on for a very, very long period of time. I spent weeks, months, stretching constantly every single night. 3 months later, during another rehearsal for another project, I finally noticed something. I could touch my toes like the other girls. I could do the splits like the other girls. I was finally flexible like the other girls. And I always considered flexibility to be the essential key to dance. And now I actually have that key. Coming from being an unnaturally flexible person, I don't know what to say. Pure determination can bring you anything. It brought out that I can do a lot more than I think. I'm still not amazing, and I'm definitely nowhere near perfect. But I know I have the determination to keep improving and keep working on things. Friends are another huge part of my experience. Being around people who share a common interest. It's unlike being around school friends and just chatting about who's annoying, who's doing whatever this weekend, but I learned to accept people for who they are, regardless of how old they are, what background they come from. We had to bond over a passion that we all shared for dance. Now, we could relate to each other on so many different levels that I couldn't do with my school friends. We went through the good times and the bad times together, and we stuck together through thick and thin. We always supported each other. We always wanted to support each other. Part of being a dancer and spending so much time practicing is you have to learn to balance everything out. Give a little time to everything, like homework, assessments, friends, and family commitments. They're all important, and they all require time. Besides the technical and emotional things that dance has taught me, I've also learned useful skills that I'll have to use throughout my entire life as a growing person in this tough world. Like organization, time management, all things I'm still struggling at, but I'm trying. And I know that I can't waste a single moment I'm given. I have to use my time wisely. That is the only way that I will learn to balance everything that's going on in my life. Standing here today, I have completely mixed feelings. I'm really excited to share my passion, maybe a little bit proud, but I'm also extremely nervous to be talking in front of you guys. I'd rather just go back there and hide. But I know that wouldn't be right. A show must go on. That's something I've learned becoming a performer and all. I learned that no matter what's going on inside your head, whether you're scared, you're nervous, you don't know what to do, you have to let it all go and just stand before an audience and perform and share. When I talk about dance with you guys, I can't tell if I'm talking about my hobby, something I just like to do on the side, or talking about something that actually makes me a better person. I can't imagine my life without dance. I don't know if I would still be shy or scared or emotionally constipated, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll never find out what I'd be like without dance. Dance is my passion and my drive. It has brought out the best in me. It's my way to escape all the stress of the school life and teenage life. But dance is my pathway to freedom. Everyone has a passion. You just have to find it, and you can't let anybody stop you. Just do what makes you happy. Thank you.